What is up? Gear Squad, Chaingear here, bringing you another video. And today we are back with Chaingear Speaks. If you haven't heard of this before, this is one of my old formats that I used to do. The idea is basically it's an unscripted, kind of off the top of my head video where it's an idea, a thought that I just had to talk about. And I want to know what you all think as well. So this is much more of a dialogue than it first might seem. Yeah, sure, it's just me kind of talking to you guys off the cuff. But in the comment section down below, I will respond to anything there. So if you have thoughts on this topic as well, please let me know. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's not waste any time. Gacha games. Gacha games. This is a divisive topic. I play two of them right now. I play Honkai Star Rail, which I really enjoy, by the way. It is a turn-based tactical RPG. I really enjoy turn-based RPGs. It's not like the tactical grid-based kind. It's the, you have your four characters, and they're fighting some characters. So you get to see your characters in all of their 3D glory, doing their cool moves. And you only have, like, a normal move, a special move, and then an ultimate move. But it's pretty fun. I really enjoy it. It's got a plethora of characters. The story has been really engaging so far. There's a lot of content to do if you play it on a normal gacha basis, which would be, a daily grind, a weekly grind, and then whenever a new, big piece of content comes out, usually play it, pretty much daily for, a month or so. So yeah, there's a lot of different content in there. For me, the biggest thing is that there are really cool anime characters, and the story is great. So the gameplay is pretty fun too. But I mean, the animation is amazing. The characters you really get into. I really like the characters, the diversity within the characters, and how they express themselves, how they look, and I just really enjoy that. So that's Honkai Star Rail. I do play another gacha game, which is Punishing Gray Raven. And this is actually one of my favorite games right now. Admittedly, I haven't been playing it the same way that I usually do. But Punishing Gray Raven is another gacha game that is pure action. It is an action-based game that was built for mobile, but recently got a PC client. So Honkai Star Rail will be available on console, but it's always been available on PC and mobile. Whereas Punishing Gray Raven, it specifically was built for mobile. It's been around for about 2 years. I think their 2-year anniversary is coming up this month or next month. And then they recently unveiled a PC client. I really love this game. It is an action-based game. In the beginning, it can be a little bit slow. And for people who don't like to read, it can be even slower. You technically can just skip all of the story if you want and then go back to it later if you care or not at all. But you start off with 3 main characters and then you can build your roster from there, again, via gacha mechanics. But when I say this is an action game, I mean, I'm talking about, games akin to Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Rising, Nier Automata, platinum game style games, Devil May Cry style, Final Fantasy 16, shout out. But I know a couple folks in my clan who play these types of games. Shout out to Top DPS Cube. Shout out to Giltrosty, Map Pack, and of course Ballistic Phoenix or Archaic Phoenix. Actually, Delta Phoenix now. I keep doing that. Delta Phoenix. The 3 of them I know play gacha games. Shout out to Iron Taxi too. I know he plays a little bit as well. But what I want to know today is, from all of y'all in my clan, from anyone who are subscribers or just viewers of this video, do you actually like gacha games? And when I say, do you like gacha games, I'm not asking if you like turn-based role-playing games. I'm not asking if you like action-based games. I'm not asking if you like anime games. I'm asking if you like gacha games, gacha mechanics. Picture your favorite gacha game. Maybe your favorite gacha game is Nikke. All right, I'm no judgment. All right, I've played Nikke. I get it. I understand its appeal. Maybe you like Nikke, right? Would you like Nikke better as a normal, full-fledged, just straight up third person shooter RPG type game where you collect the characters via the storyline, more like a good example of a game that would probably be a gacha game now that has a gacha game actually is Fire Emblem. Right, Fire Emblem has a bunch of characters. Some of them are important, some of them aren't, but generally it has a bunch of characters. And nowadays you would have to play Fire Emblem Heroes, you know, that kind of style of game. Or another good example would be Disgaea, right? Or Disgaea. That game series has a bunch of characters in it. And there is, again, another gotcha style game of that game, but there is a normal version of that game that you can play, and you just pay one time, 60, 70, however much games cost these days, or maybe it's one of those budget games, you know, 40, $50, and you get this entire game, hours and hours and hours of gameplay with lots of replayability. Or would you rather it be a gotcha game? So for me, I constantly think about Punishing Gray Raven. Punishing Gray Raven has multiple characters with multiple frames. So, for example, the main character, her name is Lucia Lotus. Lucia being her actual name, Lotus being her frame model, because she's basically, I'll make it simple, she's like an android, right? So she can change into different models, but those models are the gotcha mechanics, right? If you want her newest model, you've got to go ahead and roll for that. You've got to go ahead and pay real money to get microtransaction currency, to then buy another currency to be able to pull to the chance to pull for her, right? There's a pity, right? The game can have pity on your soul for spending so much money and not getting her, that at some point they'll give her to you, but that's after you reach second pity, not the first one. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy type of game. But I'm just wondering, to you all, are you enjoying the gotcha mechanics of the game? Because I'm thinking, in Punishing Gray Raven, wouldn't it be cool if for her next frame in the story, you just got it? Because in the story of the game, she gets her new frame, but you have to roll to get it. So, spoiler alert, when you play Punishing Gray Raven, you'll have her Lotus frame. But then, after a certain number of chapters in the story, she technically, canonly, gets a new frame called the Dawn frame. But you have to roll to get that frame. It's like it's there in the story, but they want you to gotcha for it. And I'm asking you all, how do you feel about that? Does that, are you like, actually, I like gotcha mechanics. I like gambling for my stuff, which is fine. Some people truly do like gambling. I'm just wondering, generally, are we happy with gotcha games, or would we rather see these types of games, great anime games, or whatever the style of game may be, but without the gotcha part? That's really it. I don't have anything else to say. I could make this video last for 10 to 15 minutes of me just rambling, but I just want to know what you all think in the comment section down below. So please, please hit me up in the comments. Let me know, how do you feel, right? How do you feel about these gotcha games? Are there gotcha games that you're playing now that I didn't mention? Are there games that are coming up that are gotcha games that you're excited for? A disclaimer, I am very excited for Wuthering Waves. This is Kuro Games' next big action game, and it looks really, really great. It is a gotcha game. So are there games that you are all ready and excited for? Or maybe there are games that you're playing right now that you wish weren't gotcha games? Let me know in the comment section down below. You can always hit me up, of course, on Twitter or on Discord. Those links are in the description down below. It's been great to talk to you all. I'll see you online. And of course, okay, to the next one. Peace.